Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a deck review. And today we're going to look at the Royal Optik deck from Uusi. Now this was a Kickstarter deck. I think it's the third Kickstarter deck I've pledged and received. And so I like it a lot. At first I thought maybe it wasn't for me. It was a very artsy deck and very overly, I don't want to say complicated, but it was very busy. And usually I go for more simple designs and more designs that actually closely resemble a deck of cards, a traditional deck. But I don't know, something about seeing this one every day on Kickstarter, it just won me over. And now that I have the deck, I've got to say it's absolutely gorgeous. Uusi is a design firm that's run by Peter Dunham and Linnea Gitz. They specialize in things like fine art illustration, graphic and interior design, photography, woodworking. You can get this deck in red and black, and so if you missed it from Kickstarter, you can still go down to their website and still check it out. The tuck box is all linen. It has a kind of a texture to it. You can kind of see the linen when you tilt the box, and if you look, it's just this op art kind of design all the way around the entire box. It says 52 on the sides, and it says Uusi on the back, Royal Optik on the front, and has a custom red seal right there. So that's pretty much the tuck box. And so this is the back design. Again, it's the op art inspired theme. It's a mixture of black and it's not quite white. It's kind of an off-white, like an eggshell color. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but it's very detailed, very ornate. Lots of design work in there, lots of activity, and it's just absolutely stunning, like I was saying. Other than that, there are no gaff cards per se that come with this deck, but there's still lots of fun bells and whistles. The first thing you're going to get is these two Royal Optik Jokers. They are original, they are unique to this deck. They are original creations, and it's kind of like a Pied Piper playing like a pan flute or something. And it says RO at the bottom to indicate that it's Royal Optik. And you're going to get a beautiful 2013 Royal Optik Ace of Spades there with a tiger on either side. Gorgeous Ace of Spades. Love big, bold, just like crazy ornate Ace of Spades, and this is definitely one of those cards that I love. As I mentioned, no gaff cards, but you do get this really beautiful diptych. Diptych is a way of saying it's two pictures that go together to form one picture, and you would expect this from Uusi being just an incredible design firm. Again, it's this tiger holding onto a banner that says Uusi and Royal Optik. It also says number 3 up there in the corner, and I would guess that that's an indicator that this is their third deck. Uusi also designed Blue Blood. They also designed Bohemia. Now, the inspiration for these court cards came from the interests and the specialty that Peter Dunham and Linnea Gitz have. The first of which is these court cards have an element of wood cutting in them. Linnea specializes in that, and she did all the faces and the hands and the weapons. So all of that has kind of like a wood cutting feel. And the second artistic design in there, it was from Peter. Peter did all the op art shapes. So like all the postures, all the costumes, all of that was done by him. And so separately, these styles are vastly unique, but when they come together, they kind of both use negative space in a way that kind of adds volume and just creates this illusion of movement. So they're really gorgeous court cards. The pip cards are all kind of similar in that they're fully shaded on one side and then half shaded on the other. And you're going to get that throughout. And also you'll notice that the indices in the corner are kind of elongated and thin. And so that was a spade card. Let me show you a heart. I'll get right to it. There's a heart card for you. So again, solid on one side and kind of like that line art, carrying that op art design feel on the other side. And even the indice pips in the corners are that same marriage. So it does have a traditional look, kind of. I mean, these are still totally playable cards. Would totally use these cards for playing games, and wouldn't. I don't think anybody would look at them too oddly, you know. But at the same time, it's such a gorgeous deck, and it is something that I would equate to like a collectible that I would never play with these cards. They're just too beautiful. It'd be like saying, go play with a work of art. That's really what this deck looks like to me. It's a gorgeous work of art. The cards themselves are on bicycle stock. They are air cushion finish, and like I said, if that's maybe more your collecting style, is finding the unique decks or the very artsy, bold decks, definitely Royal Optik is for you. That's my review, and as always, you can subscribe to this channel just to stay up to date on the latest in cards and cardistry. You can also follow me on Twitter, which is twitter.com/magicorthodoxy. You can also like my page on Facebook, which is facebook.com/magicorthodoxy. Thanks.